Toby the tram engineer loves working on the Fat Controller's railway. Even though he is old, Toby really likes being like a really useful engine. One day the Fat Controller came to see the engines. "I have a very important job for you," he said to Toby. "An important job?" said Toby. "Oh, thank you, sir. You are to take some holidaymakers on a tour of the island. You must make sure they have a wonderful time and are back in time so that Bertie the bus can take them home again." "Yes, sir," said Toby, but he was rather worried. He wasn't sure that he could make the trip really exciting enough. When Toby finally reached the station, all the passengers were waiting. They all climbed aboard Henrietta. "How can I make the trip really special?" Toby complained to Thomas. "You know the railway line better than any engine," said Thomas kindly. But Toby wasn't sure the best would be exciting enough. He felt like a very little engine indeed. The Fat Controller had told Toby's driver to stop at all the beautiful sights along the way. "This is Elsbridge Station," he said. "It's one of the most oldest stations on the island. It's very special and important." Toby saw Elsbridge Station nearly every day. He didn't think it was special or important. "I must think of something exciting to do," he said to himself. "This is Brendam Docks. It's a very busy place for all trains." Toby was very upset to visit Brendam Docks, but he was glad when it was time to leave. "Good luck, me hearties," tooted Salty. "Here is the valley view." Toby was still unhappy. The trip didn't seem very wonderful to him at all. Must be special, he said to himself. Up ahead, Thomas was very busy with the workmen. They were expecting the railway line. The storm had made the tracks very lumpy and dangerous. "These lines are too bumpy and uneven," said the foreman. "The tracks must be closed for repairs." Meanwhile, Toby was still thinking about how to make the trip really special. He didn't know that the linesmen had forgotten to switch the points. Suddenly, Toby was on the wrong track. "Oh no! This line is closed for repairs!" "Boosh! My buffers!" cried Toby as he whooshed past Thomas. "Cinders and ashes!" cried Thomas. "Careful, Toby! The tracks are very bumpy!" But it was too late. Toby had already raced into the distance. Toby puffed up steep hills, round sharp corners, and through very narrow ditches. The passengers in carrying signs Henrietta bumped and bounced along from behind. Toby raced down the bottom of the hill. He was going so fast that suddenly one of the passengers nearly fell over and lost their feet. Toby raced down at the bottom of another steep hill. Finally, they reached back to the station. Bertie the bus was waiting for them. Toby was very, very tired and worried. What would the Fat Controller say? All the passengers got out and explained to the Fat Controller all about their trip. but they couldn't be cross with Toby. The Fat Controller wasn't cross with Toby. He was very pleased. "You gave the passengers a wonderful trip. You really are a useful engine, Toby." "Oh, thank you, sir," said Toby proudly. The next day, Toby went back to the station and back to work. He met Thomas by the water tower. "You were absolutely right, Thomas. I gave the passengers a wonderful trip, and I did know the railway line very well." "Too true, old friend," said Thomas kindly. "Too true." And then the two engines went back to work.